Excuse me. Oh, what is happening here? Baku, which is pretty dope. And of course, a beautiful Ferrari. I kind of look light, hey? I'm really not like Melee and Poppin. Where's my team? Where the team at? Where the team at? Okay, maybe we leave and come back.
Anybody home? Right. Are we live? Okay, how's it, people? I don't know if you lot can hear me or not, but we're obviously doing this for the first time, live streaming across all platforms. I'm getting text now because I tried to log on to my Mac, but it seems to be failing me. So I'm actually using my phone now. Um, let's see what it says there. Okay, anyway, we are here to discuss the Baku Grand Prix post qualifying review. This is our first time. I'm going to be joined by Clauiee Mpanza, the other half of Motozar, the first lady of Motozar TV, South Africa's leading Formula One fan channel. So, anyway, I'm just going to be carrying on until hopefully she joins. But yeah, Charles Leclerc put it on pole once again, sixth time in 8 races this season that he's been on pole. He was really dominant on one lap pace. Impressive drive by him. He was followed by Sergio Perez, who's got his mojo back after the victory in the last Grand Prix in Monte Carlo. Then it's Max Verstappen, who was a 10th behind Sergio Perez. He is in third place, followed by the sister Ferrari of Carlos Sainz Jr., who, in my opinion, seems to be falling behind in that championship fight as much as he finished second in the last race. I feel like his performance compared to his teammate is below par, and he did have some time where he was actually a bit quicker than Charles, but both of those times where he was ahead of him in the time for provisional pole, it was because Charles had actually made a mistake where he power slided and almost hit the wall, even on the other scenario. So, in terms of raw pace, I don't think Science is matching Carlos. I mean, Science is matching this fellow, Charles Leclerc, at all. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Imagine if I'm just talking by myself, rambling here. But anyway, I could talk about F1 all day. I hope you lot can hear me. You're on and loud and clear. That's the message I'm getting from our technical team. So yeah, we move. Fifth place, or fifth place is this fellow, George Russell, followed by Pierre Gasly, who's in sixth, then Lewis Hamilton in seventh. Was struggling against his young teammate. And there's Clauiee Mpanza. Good evening. What up? What up? What
What's
up?
happening? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
Like,
What do you do?
yes, I was just telling our viewers that we're trying this for the first time, so they need to forgive us.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that you're finally here. How you doing?
I'm easy like a Sunday morning on a Saturday, I guess. No complaints.
That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
No, I'm all right. A little concerned about Mercedes' pace, but yeah, it is what it is, bruv.
I was so heartbroken when I heard Lewis Hamilton saying that. I don't know what you want me to do, bro. I feel like you're expecting a lot from me.
Times.
I was like,
Hey,
sure.
I heard that. I know
Yeah.
his spirit, I won't say it's broken, but he's at a low point in his career now. And I don't think he's ever really done
Mm,
poorly since he started F1, eh? He's
No, not
literally a
at all.
no.
I was listening to our boy Sebastian Vettel, and he was saying, "No, Shane, I understand the position Lewis is in because he's also been, through
Yeah.
that
Mm.
dip." I remember also when the season started, when Lewis was like, "Is 10th even a point? Do I even get a point in 10th?" So it's been really shaky for him.
Touch and go, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, okay, enough about Lewis. Your thoughts on the race between Ferrari and Red Bull for pole for tomorrow's race? Yeah, what are your thoughts are in and around that?
Sure, that was really tight. I think Quali won. I mean, for sure, we saw the two teams dominate the session, so it was always going to be between the two teams. So I think Red Bull could have gotten pole if they didn't have that fuel issue that they said they had with Checo.
You think so?
Well,
Huh?
that's what how much Mark has gone on to say that it was a feeling issues, but I think they would have. I really because Max is going to get a toe, and they're going to push. So it is literally just going to be between the two Red Bulls and the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc, because we saw that small blunder of Carlos Sainz. So Leclerc was literally going to be by himself. So I think those tenths of a second,
Mm-hmm.
they were going to get them.
I'm just fixing my hair. Don't mind me. I'm listening. It's
Oh
quite a
wow.
mess.
Who is the chick between you and I, bruv? But anyway.
Lol. Yes.
But
So you say
anyway, so I
yes,
think,
think Red Bull in it.
yeah, definitely. I think they were in it. As much as, yes, Charles is good in quali. He always has that superb, super quali lap, which he's pretty good at. But I think
Very
as
impressive.
Christian Horner says, they would have given Charles Leclerc a run for his money. I think it was going to be possible. So tomorrow it's going to be tight, but nothing is impossible. As you can tell, Sergio Perez as well is hungry, of
Mm.
course, to give us back-to-back wins.
Your
Never been done.
guy, hey, finally coming to the body.
Bruh! Oh, goodness gracious.
Wow,
No.
he's actually changing my perception about him because I was worried after the Spanish Grand Prix when they said he must let Max through and all of that, that maybe now he's being boxed to being the number 2 driver. But that win in Monaco and his performance here at Baku, and they call him Mr. Baku. I mean, he won there last year. So it's a
Yeah.
track that he likes. And yeah, so I'm very impressed with him. I want to see if he is the dark horse that I thought Carlos Sainz would be, sort of like this year, because it
Yeah.
seems as though
Yeah.
he's in the hunt for this championship. And did you hear when Damon Hill asked this guy Christian Horner if is
Mm-hmm.
their number 1 driver dynamic, and he said the number 1 driver is the one that's leading. So it sounds like they had that discussion when he said after Spanish Grand Prix, we'll talk about it later. Happy for the team, but we need to talk about
Yeah.
this. So I'm sure he set them straight to say, gentlemen, I'm not going to move over for anyone. If this
Mm.
guy is going to beat me, he's going to have to do it on the track, which I
Fair
like
and
to see
square.
from.
Hmm.
Mm,
I think
yeah.
so as well. You have to let them race at the end of the day. I mean, for the longest time, it's been Max's team, right? And
Mm-hmm.
everybody has been going on to say that nobody performs in that number 2 seat. So now you have somebody that's performing at Red Bull. So give him a shot, if anything. Team rule should not apply. Give
Mm,
Checo, because he's clearly showing up. I mean, dominating the entire sessions this weekend, doing so much
dude,
better than Max.
dude.
So, bruh, that's really,
And
really
the new
impressive.
dynamic for
Everybody,
Max, it'd be interesting to see how he deals with a strong teammate. I mean, we know he
mm,
struggled a bit with Daniel Ricciardo, which
yeah,
is one of the reasons why Ricciardo left in 2017.
mm,
And then he also had a bit of a tiff with Carlos Sainz Jr. before that when they were Toro
mm,
Rosso. So it's going to
yeah,
be interesting because Checo, I mean, he's not a youngster. He's
not at
what,
all.
32, 33 this year?
Yeah,
So for him, he doesn't have very many opportunities beyond this new contract extension to win the title, you know? So I
No,
think he has to be given that chance, definitely.
no, I fully agree. And I mean, it's nice to see Checo blossoming to the great driver that is. I mean, he's gone through such a tough journey into Formula One. So,
Yeah,
if anything, he deserves this moment, and I think it shouldn't be taken
fact,
away from him.
fact. I have to agree with you there. Then
Yeah.
we move. Behind them is George Russell beating Lewis
Yep.
again. Fifth place with Pierre Gasly separating the Mercedes. AlphaTauri also looking quite strong. Your thoughts in and on that?
Let me start with the AlphaTauri. It's easier. Um,
Mm.
I think Pierre Gasly definitely loves Baku. I think even last year, as opposed to last season, same thing. Last year,
Yeah,
he did well as well. So if anything, this was expected for Pierre Gasly. When he doesn't do well, you ask yourself as to what's going on. But the main important thing is that Yuki Tsunoda also came to the party, where you're like,
yeah.
okay, cool. So
But
it's a
he's
team
been
thing.
doing Gasly last 2, 3 Grand Prix, huh? So are we really surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
I think he's
Maybe
coming in.
a bit of
Oh,
luck.
you
Sorry.
reckon? Okay. You reckon it's a bit of luck?
The first two races, I said it's a bit of luck, but now he's
Oh,
clearly proving me wrong. So I think he's getting into the swing of things, and that as well gives me a bit of hope, right, for my boy Schumacher, that perhaps he will also get a swing of luck at some point, okay? So
I hear
yeah,
that, but I don't know if I agree with you. But yeah, let's see.
so the AlphaTauri, I mean, they
I
do have a
mean,
Red Bull
he was
engine,
there
right?
last year, right? He was last year, right?
Yes.
Or was this his first? Yeah. So, I mean, he started with Yuki. Yuki is showing the progress, and he's
Mm,
just not really coming to the party, is it?
not yet. Can you just include the not yet part? Because I
All
think
right,
there
not,
will be a
not
turnaround.
yet. Give him more
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm wanting to give him more time because I don't know what's going with him.
Oof,
What are your thoughts?
right?
Huh?
With
Oh,
Lewis. Mm. But to round it up, I was just going to say with AlphaTauri, they have a Red Bull, I mean, that Honda engine going on. So, hey, if Red Bull's going to do well, they certainly have to do well as well. Uh,
yeah.
Lewis Hamilton. Um, I'm hearing a lot of people saying that no, he's not one with the car. He needs to be comfortable with the car. And I'm like, a seven-time world champion. He's been doing this for so long. So what do you mean that he needs to be comfortable? He needs it's clearly for me from where I'm standing, because when you also listen to him, it's the car. And Toto will say the same thing when asked as to what's going on with Lewis. And he's like, no, but you can tell the sessions as well. At some point, Lewis is dominating. And then the next session, it's George Russell.
Mm.
Plus, do
I'm
I still
not.
have you?
I'm worried about. I'm worried about the consistent gap between the two. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
now this is round 8. You know, I thought by now, whatever problems or gremlins that the Mercedes has, but Lewis, forget
Mm-hmm.
the race against Red Bull and Ferrari, but
Yeah.
him against Russell, the first time you've seen it in his career that he's had a teammate beat him so consistently in quality in the races.
Yeah, no. I'm not too sure what's happening there, but I remember who was our boy Sibu. Sibu, he has a
Yeah,
conspiracy theory, and I think maybe what he's saying could be something
J. Crew.
to it, because I ain't buying it. I ain't buying
Same,
it,
same,
Fluff. There's
same,
no
but
way.
I am ndicho nomcebo, definitely. But anyway, let's move from that. So Tsunoda, top 10. Vettel, oh no, Alonso, top 10.
Bro.
Who, who else is left? Vettel? No, Vettel had that spin off. Who makes up the top 10? So it's Science.
Uh,
I mean, it's Leclerc,
yeah.
Perez,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Verstappen,
Uh-huh.
Science,
Let me also quickly check it. Uh-huh.
Ali,
Mm-hmm.
Hamilton,
Yeah. Norris 11th, remember?
ne?
Yeah.
Norris
Oh, Vettel is what? Ninth? Vettel ninth?
8. Is, yeah, and then it's Alonso 8th
Then
and
10th is
Tsunoda 8th.
Alonso.
And then Tsunoda is 8th.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tsunoda is 8th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now
So
that's
what's your
fine. That's a
question?
very
Like,
interesting topic. No, I want to know the predictions for tomorrow's race.
oh, sorry, man. I think my connection is capping because I catch you like bits and bits. But prediction tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, goodness gracious, that's such a tough one.
You must remember, Red Bull
Shoot.
have a 9-kilometer advantage in terms of top of Ferrari.
Mm-hmm. Facts, facts.
You get,
I saw someone. I saw someone as well saying that as much as Charles Leclerc can get pole position, Max Verstappen is going to win the race. And I couldn't find that. So I think if it's not a Max Verstappen, a Sergio Perez victory. So I think it's definitely a Red Bull victory.
okay.
So between 1 and 2 or 1 or 3, but definitely going to a Red Bull victory. And then second place, one of the Ferraris.
Okay. Okay.
What do you
Definitely,
think?
I think, yeah, for me, if I would say Charles is in a good position, Max and they're going to start fighting each other because now the battle of the number one, that's what we want to see though. I would say Science will be fourth of us. He's sort of losing it for me. Then I want to see what Lewis can do, hey, and in the race. I don't know, hey. Yeah, but I'll go for Leclerc. I'll go Leclerc or Perez for the win. Closely followed by Verstappen or obviously Leclerc. But yeah, we got 5 minutes left. So let's talk about our program and what we're doing for the race, of course. And paddock viewing. We have a new 011 by the Baron. For those of you logging onto the channel for the first time, we host Formula One public viewings, community-based, in Sandton at Sandton Gate number 27 Minerva Road, which is the Sandton Gate building. There's a restaurant called 011 by the Baron. So we've been doing it since September last season, expanding to their new shop in Rosebank at number 199 Oxford Street. There's going to be 2 simulcasts happening at the same time at the usual spot 011 by the Baron and also at Rosebank at the new shop. So that's going to be really exciting. Lights Out is at 12. So we will be there from 12. We're going to do a paddock walk. The beautiful Clauiee will be there as well for those of you who want to meet her.
You're terrible.
Yeah, I've seen my yeah, the guys, oh, they be salivating.
No comment. I'll bring Mickey and Minnie as well.
Good to see it. So yeah, and our predictions. Tomorrow, is there anything from your side you want to leave away? Tomorrow, 9:30.
Yeah.
Catch me for and on ENCA with Morena. How could I? Wow, go and kill Morena on ENCA channel 403 on D. I'll be there having a similar discussion talking about now. Yeah, that's basically it from my side. How about you, Ms. Mpanza?
I think for me, last thing, I've seen like a lot of people questioning what Matteo Binotto has gone on to say that if anything, this year they were not trying to, fight for the championship. And what? That is so discouraging. I say that. And I'm like, bruv, no. My thing is, right, one thing that I've really mostly with managers, which is wherever, different sporting codes, you always want to protect your talent. So I think for me, this is also one of the strategies. I don't think they to lose the championship, but then you also have to somehow take a bit of pressure off your drivers. So I think we should have the perspective. It's not
no fact
mind games. Yeah.
I mean, not really a man of many words, Yes, now it's the first time they end a championship, so he's getting more publicity, but he's generally always been into, even if it's after Toto and Christian,
Yeah.
And he doesn't really want to get into the war of words or anything. He's very modest. Even before Qualification, saying he would get to, they look quicker than normal, etc.
Yeah.
He's quite canny.
I fully agree with you.
All right.
That's it.
So
now
we're almost on the 30-minute mark. Thank you for joining the first live on Motozar TV. We're going to be doing so many more of these. Even on Monday, we're going to bring post-race in-depth review at lunchtime, 1 o'clock. So please join us, people. If you're enjoying the content, smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and obviously leave views in the comment section.
Yes, please.
Away. All right. Cheers. We'll see you lot tomorrow. Be sure to tune in 12 o'clock. Aaron, I'll bring the paddock walk.